In 2018, I had an unplanned pregnancy. My son is now 9 months old, and he is my entire world. Many women are told that it's okay to abort their fetuses by abortion clinics because they use the argument that they are not alive. I want people to realize that unborn babies are alive as we are. According to abortion data and statistics, in 2015, 638,169 legal induced abortions were reported to the CDC from 49 reporting areas. First, I will talk about all the genetic material fetuses and embryos receive at the moment of conception. Secondly, I will talk about how fetuses and embryos fit the biologist's definition of a living organism. Thirdly, I will talk about all the characteristics that fetuses and embryos have that compare to human life. Embryos and fetuses are living human beings at the time of conception. Let's begin with all the genetic materials that fetuses and embryos receive at the moment of conception. Not only do they receive the genes that decide their hair color, but also their eye color and genetic malfunctions, and also their gender. According to genes and genetics, the mother's egg always contributes an X, while the father's sperm provides either an X or a Y. So at the moment of conception, the baby is either an XX pair or an XY pair, meaning it's a boy or a girl. We have talked about what takes place at conception. Now let's consider how embryos and fetuses fit biologists' definition of living organisms. According to Nehemiah Gray Wilson in the article, characteristics of life include the organism responds to their environment, it grows and changes, they have a complex chemistry, are built of structures called cells, and reproduce and pass traits to their offspring. As you can see here are all the groupings that biologists use to decide whether an organism is alive, such as the things I just listed. Fetuses and embryos clearly respond to their environment. If you were to poke a pregnant woman's belly, that fetus would respond. Now, if you're in the early stages, it cannot be felt outside. Sometimes it cannot be, if you're early enough, cannot even be felt by the mother. But it can be seen on ultrasound. If an ultrasound wand were to slide across a pregnant woman's belly, you would probably be able to view the fetus moving around. Also, the fetuses and embryos rapidly grow and change from week to week. Through the 40 weeks of gestation, they change every single week. Also, fetuses' bodies are made of so many parts and pieces, making it have a complex chemistry. Not only do fetuses and embryos fit biologists' definition of living organism, but they also contain characteristics that directly relate to human life. According to the article, When Does Life Begin? By 6 weeks and 2 days from conception, signals from the brain can be detected. Also, the embryo's heartbeat can be detected only 18 days after conception. Also, according to the Mayo Clinic staff in the article Pregnancy Week by Week, the face and the brain develop and form 5 weeks after conception. Fetuses have the ability to feel pain also. According to the article Science of Fetal Pain, the basic human nervous system is formed by 6 weeks. And as you can see in this chart, the main area that fetuses are aborted in is less than 9 weeks. Yes, that seems early enough that, they're not a baby yet. They don't even look like a baby. But not only can you hear their heartbeat, their face and brain has formed, but also their nervous system has formed, so they can feel everything when they're aborted. So, also, fetuses react to noxious stimuli with avoidance reactions. So, even normal pregnancies, well, not normal, but regular pregnancies who don't want to be aborted, they have to get tests if a doctor is to view something that could possibly be wrong with the fetus on an ultrasound. They have to get a test with a needle that goes into the uterus. And often on ultrasound, it is viewed that the fetus will avoid this because they either feel the pain or they just know that it's not right and they can feel it, so they stay away from it. Also, it's proven that fetuses often have a stronger pain reaction because their neural mechanisms that protect them from pain a little more, they are not developed. So, in summary, embryos and fetuses are alive at conception because not only do they fit the basic biological definition of life, they also have the characteristics of human life. All those facts lead to the belief that fetuses are alive. Hopefully, with all this information, it will persuade someone to think about fetuses' lives when they are talking about not only pregnancy, but also abortions.